What's up? This is BoxingWave doing a video from the car real quick. Meant to do this video yesterday, but I didn't have time. Shout out to Carcino for Life. He posted a video yesterday saying that Lucas Matthysse and Adrian Broner will be fighting on the undercard of the Maidana-Mayweather rematch. Now, I don't know if it's been officially announced yet, but he's a very, very reliable source. I trust his channel. If you have YouTube, make sure you subscribe to his channel. I will post a link in the description like I usually do. Alright, so make sure you subscribe to his channel and check out his boxing website, BoxingSocialist.com. Now, I posted his video on Twitter, and I got a large reaction. Couldn't even respond to everyone. But I told Twitter that I would make a video. I didn't get a chance to make the video yesterday, but I'm making it now. A lot of people just think that Matthysse is going to walk through Broner, especially because he's lost in Maidana. And a lot of people just think that Broner is just a highly overrated bum. We know he lacks footwork, but let's not just act like the guy is a bum now that he lost. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like him. I know he got his mouth shut up by Maidana. You know, I know he didn't look that impressive against Carlos Molina. You know, the fight he had right after that. But, you know, you got to give this fight some thought, because Lucas Matthysse is a different fighter than Marcos Maidana. Okay, and another thing I want to clear up: Broner did not get knocked out by Marcos Maidana. I see a lot of fans say that. I don't know if they are just hyped and they just dislike Broner so much that they rather say that he got knocked out by Maidana. He didn't get knocked out. Okay, if it was the same situation, if it was Matthysse and his fight against Molina, and you know where he got dropped a couple times, a lot of people would defend Matthysse and say, well, he faced adversity. He was able to come back and win the fight, which he did. You know, he's a true warrior and stuff like that. But when Adrian Broner get knocked down and he comes back and he won a couple of those middle rounds, all right, gets dropped again, and he was able to hang in there and finish the fight off without getting knocked out, a lot of people saying that he got knocked out. You know, he's a bum, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You know, I didn't expect him to win that fight. I mean, I didn't expect Broner to lose that fight. But you got to give the kid some credit for finishing the fight. You know, he was in major trouble early, all right? And he was able to withstand Maidana and finish the fight. Now, these two guys, Marcos Maidana and Matthysse, are two different fighters. I know they're both Argentinian. I know they both are power punchers. Okay? These guys are, other than that, they don't fight the same, in my opinion. Alright? Marcos Maidana, to me, in my opinion, is the most improved boxer in recent years. The most improved. We've seen that against Broner. We've seen that against Mayweather. Alright? Nobody ever expected for Marcos Maidana to come that close in beating Floyd Mayweather. Out of all the people that Mayweather has fought over recent years, Marcos Maidana has given him the most trouble, and this is the reason why they're getting a rematch. Okay, if you put Lucas Matthysse in there with Floyd, what do you think would happen? I don't think Lucas Matthysse would stand a chance against Floyd Mayweather. All right, and most people, I would assume, they would think the same thing. All right, they're not the same fighter. You know, Matthysse doesn't throw that leaping left hook that knocked Adrian Broner down. The hook, the same hook that you can't tell whether it's going to the body or it's going up top, because he throws it from a low position. Okay, that punch is a very hard punch to catch. You know, and Broner clearly wasn't ready for it. Okay, another thing that Matthysse doesn't have is he doesn't throw that overhand right from the sky like the way Marcos Maidana does. Marcos Maidana throws it from up top and down. Okay, it's very awkward. Okay, and he just doesn't throw punches from the same angles as Marcos Maidana does. Do I think he has more devastating punching power? Yes. Okay, but he doesn't throw on a high volume like Marcos Maidana does. All right, I don't think he's as tough as Marcos Maidana. All right, I don't think he's a better fighter than Marcos Maidana. Okay, I think he might be a more devastating. I think he might be a more harder puncher. All right, I mean, he has that complete knockout, that one punch knockout power. Now, ever since Maidana went up in the level of competition, you could kind of question, you know, how devastating his punching power is. Whereas Matthysse is just still, other than Danny Garcia, he's still giving guys a lot of problem with his punching power. Okay, two different fighters, and I think if Broner is going to fight Matthysse, I think Broner will be a lot. It'll be a lot, even though he does not have the footwork. I think it'll be a lot easier to make those kind of adjustments against Lucas Matthysse on a defensive standpoint. You know, I just don't think Matthysse is that hard to defend. You know, we know that Broner don't have great footwork, but he still got solid defense. Okay, against a lot of the fighters that he's fought over the years, he still has his defense is just not terrible. He does lack footwork. I think he still can work on his upper body movement. Like, you know, if he's going to stand, if he's going to use that stance, he has to be able to know how to move his upper body like the way Floyd Mayweather does when he's against the ropes. Broner doesn't have that talent that Floyd has defensively. But against a fighter like Lucas Matthysse, a guy that lost to Devin Alexander, a guy that lost to Zab Judah, a guy that lost against Danny Garcia. And I do think he won the Alexander fight. I do think that. I think he won against Alexander, but on paper, he lost that fight. Most of Lucas Matthisse's big fights, he lost it. And I mean, he beat John Molina, but we seen how much trouble he had in that fight. And I'm not trying to take anything away from John Molina, because I think Molina would give Adrian Broner trouble. I think John Molina is a tough fighter, and he would give Adrian Broner some trouble too. But I just don't, you know, I made this video because I don't want people to just continue to say that Broner is just a trash, garbage fighter now that he lost to Maidana. You know, I've seen people, I'm looking at people's comments, and I'm like, you know what, everyone just wants to assume that Broner stinks. He's terrible now. And I don't think that's true. There's a lot of things you got to look at. And this is not a prediction video. I'm not really sure. I'm going to be honest right now. I'm leaning a little bit towards Matthysse anyway. But I'm not completely counting Adrian Broner out, because Adrian Broner can hurt Lucas Matthysse. All right? And he's moving down. He's fighting a smaller fighter. I don't think Broner's power at 147 is that devastating, but down, he's moving down the way. He's fighting a smaller fighter. He's fighting a guy that I don't think is as tough as Marcos Maidana. I think he might have a chance. I think he has a good chance. All right, so I'm not doing a prediction video because I want to go back and watch some of their fights and come up with a final decision. But let me know what you guys think on who would win this fight, all right? And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace.